All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Sports on High. This is John, and I am coming to you live from the Burley Studios in Denver, Colorado. And sitting just to my right on this side, this, if you're looking on the screen, is our shadiest of all Brady's. How you doing over there, Shady Brady?
Doing all right.
Yeah, you got the point backwards, too. We got to work on this mirror imaging.
I don't know. It actually kind of worked on. Oh no, wait, no.
Oh, yeah, it's got to go more that way. Yeah, see.
No, it just doesn't fail.
Yeah. All right, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
And then coming to us from Chicago, we got our sports predictor, Rich. What's going on, Rich?
Not much. I'm just waiting to hear what story about strangled dogs and drowned kittens that Brady wants to open with today.
Oh, I made Brady promise we were going to keep it on the happy today. We were even listening to some, Bobby McFerrin on the way over?
Yeah, don't worry, be happy.
There you go. So, we're going to start right off with a tip of the cap, Rich. You predicted what? A month and a half ago, UVA was going to be the champ. I filled that out, the bracket. You guys can check it out. What do you got to say about this, man? Great run.
I think the better call was that Duke wouldn't make the Final Four, because I think that was even more unbelievable to people that nobody wanted to listen.
Right.
But that does lead to why Kay is going to the Lakers next year. I don't know.
Oh, we're still holding on to that one, yeah?
I'm not letting go of this. I heard a little whisper. A little birdie flew by, and then the wind came, and there was a couple of little chirps and whispers as they flew by the other day.
That sounds like a source.
I don't have sources.
No sources? All
no
right.
sources. I can I can see what's really happening.
Well, congratulations to Virginia. They played a great tournament, and here on Sports on High, one of the things that we always talk about is the woman behind the champion, and Kyle Guy. We're going to take a look at his fiancée, Alexa Jenkins.
Woo!
Yeah.
Goodness, my man.
Kyle's not doing bad for himself, huh?
That's one lucky guy.
Maybe if we knew this beforehand, it would have been easier to convince people, because I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely doing all right for himself.
Yeah, as everybody knows, on Sports on High, we are definitely big believers in the woman behind the man. So, congratulations, Kyle Guy. Congratulations, UVA. You guys are doing it right, and you got the championship hardware to prove it.
John, can you call him by his Christian name? That's Kyle Guy, if that's your real name.
Kyle Guy.
Because I don't think
if that's your
his real name. Because I don't think that's his real name. Does anybody think that's a real name?
I don't
Kyle
know.
Guy.
I'm looking at this guy. He looks like a Kyle Guy.
He definitely looks about as vanilla as like a carton of Briars right there. I mean, this dude is fucking. This is Wonder Bread on every slice.
Are we sure his parents aren't in WITSEC?
That's very possible. I mean, maybe they just gave, like, he went from, like, a previously generic name to now he has a new generic name. You know, maybe he was, like, Dave Stevens, you know, or some white shit like that. But now he's Kyle Guy.
I don't remember seeing any gratuitous shots of Kyle Guy's parents in the crowd.
Makes a point. Normally, there's like all kinds of, hey, look, it's that star player's parents sitting up there in the VIP section.
I mean, I don't want to blow up their spot if they're really in WITSEC. I mean, they might, the mob might be coming after them. But I'm just,
Rich, we may need to cut this segment short. We may be snitching on people in a very bad way here, and we are definitely a stop snitching program.
All right, no more snitching. I do have another question, though, about college basketball.
Okay, what's going on?
Is Zion going to the NFL draft?
Not that I'm aware of. I think he's eligible for the NBA draft.
Yeah.
I just don't understand, because as soon as Duke lost, everybody was like, I don't want to watch, like, I'm going to miss Zion. Like, I'm never going to see Zion play again. I swear to God, he either died or he said he's never playing basketball again. The way that everybody reacted over this. Is this because they're not going to watch him in the NBA? Like, won't he be playing Summer League in a couple months?
Hey, possibly.
I think this is more a matter of, damn, I only got to cover him this one time, and I could have sat there and, like, made like highlight reels for my career out of covering this guy for 3 or 4 years, but no, I get to cover him in this one fucking tournament. And I mean, Jim Nance doing Zion Williams highlights. I mean, what more can you ask for in life? You know, like that is just about fucking perfect. You know, but we only got it this one time, and only for 2 out of the 3 weekends.
I can ask for a lot more. I can. Let me tell you what. I could ask for a lot more than Jim Nance doing a basketball game. Can we bring back us? Because he was way better, and every game he called was fantastic.
I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
Shit, I want to see Marv Albert doing more games. I know he's kind of retired at this point, but his kid is a shallow impersonation. Like, Marv Albert calling fucking NBA games was like a highlight of my youth.
Yeah, Kenny Albert's just not the same.
No, he's not a bad guy. He
Can-
does a very decent game, but he's not his dad. Sorry, Kenny.
Can we just
Nothing
bribe?
personal.
Can we just bribe Marv Albert with some nice Versace dresses, and maybe get him to do a few extra college games?
I'm not
Too
opposed
soon,
to
Marv?
this. Maybe send him a large man/woman in a very nice dress.
Wow.
Maybe we can get him some of those Halloween fangs,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
so that they can't prove it was him with bite marks.
This is true. Yeah. No bite evidence.
It's being a little sketchy over here.
Well, Marv Albert's great. We love him. We just want him to do more.
I know. And I mean, I understand the man's probably like 75 at this point. So, I mean, I understand him not wanting to do a full season of NBA games, but let's get Marv Albert calling like all the prime time playoff games.
So I heard an interesting hot take. I'll call it a hot take, but I'm pretty sure it's the consensus around that this year's draft class is not as good as last year's draft class. And
In the
I
NBA?
think, yeah, and I think that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Dude, looking at the NCAA tournament, I've seen 10, 15 definite NBA starters in this NCAA tournament, and that's not even including the teams that were too shitty and, you know, great players on shitty teams that had to go play in the NIT and nobody saw. You know?
So here's my point. Let's say we redo it. Luka goes number one, right? I think we can all agree on that.
Sure.
Now, you have the option. Do you want Zion or Luka Doncic? You want Zion.
Yeah, 100 times.
The
Zion.
fuck is everybody thinking about? Okay, so the number one pick is clearly better. So let's say what? DeAndre Ayton goes two? Like, I'm not a Ja Morant fan, but I would think that he's a better prospect than DeAndre Ayton. Then you have Marvin Bagley. He's fine. But I'm pretty sure that R.J. Barrett's probably a better prospect.
Yeah.
And then you're telling me you got Jaren Jackson Jr., Trae Young. We have like 5 Trae Youngs in this draft. Like, you got Kobe White. He's just as good, if not better, than Trae Young. You got Cam Johnson. You have Cam Reddish. Like, you have Culver. You have DeAndre Hunter. Definitely gonna be better than Mo Bamba and Wendell Carter and Colin Sexton. Like, get the fuck out of here that this year's draft isn't anywhere close to last year's draft.
Yeah, I'd even put up
It's
Cassius
most
Winston against
absurd
anyone
thing
in the
I've
middle
ever
of the draft.
heard. Well, let's not get crazy here. Cassius Winston's about 5'9" and a half.
I know.
He's Mateen Cleese.
I know. He's tiny. But goddamn, dude, that is a professional basketball player. Like, he might only be playing college ball, but he acts and carries himself and pulls up his team like a fucking professional basketball player. I know you can't teach size, but oh shit, did we lose you there?
I think we lost Rich for a second. I think he's back. You back?
Yeah, I'm back. Don't worry about me.
All right.
All right, you're frozen over here, so let me see what I can do about that.
Sorry, folks. We are having Minor
Brady, don't apologize.
technical
Don't show
difficulties.
any weakness. God damn it, Brady.
All right, well, if you don't like the glitchy feed, then go fuck yourself. Go watch something else.
Yeah, there you go. Be a man. Be 40.
I don't want to be 40.
I think we found Rich. Now, if we can just get him to a normal size.
And wah wah.
That's okay. While you're doing that, John, I'm going to talk about the fucking, my arch enemy.
Okay.
Good.
We got some Darren Rovelle speak right now.
Yeah, this is the worst fucking human in sports media. He is. He's the worst fucking human. First of all, he can't even fucking post a goddamn original piece of content himself, other than him dancing like a fucking crazy person because he doesn't have anything better to do. Because you know what? He's really good at his job. So, and I guess his job is being corny and having no clue. Like, he's literally posting tweets about bets that people made. He posted that some guy bet $85,000 on Tiger to win the Masters to get $1.2 million if Tiger wins. Hey, congratulations. Why don't you go stand at the gas station and take pictures of people buying fucking lotto tickets? Because they got a better fucking chance of getting a return on their fucking $85,000 investment. It's like when he posts about the fucking guy that at 200 to 1 bet $1,500 on Texas Tech to win the national championship.
I wonder if that guy ever found a buyer for his prop swap, because I know he had that up on prop swap at one point in time before the weekend.
He turned down $65,000 before the Michigan State game and turned down $125,000 before the championship game. Don't worry, Darren Rovelle tweeted about all of this, because he's got to stay on top of guys deciding whether they're going to scratch that scratcher they bought at 7-Eleven or not. Because it's the same fucking thing. The guy bought a scratch-off ticket. Somebody offered him 100 times what he paid for it, and he said, "No, I'm going to scratch it for the $500,000, you idiot." Like, this is fucking news. What are we fucking talking about? You're supposed to be a business reporter, and instead it's fucking commercials, and it's T-shirt cannons, and it's just the dumbest shit ever. It's pictures of sneakers. Like, this guy hasn't had an original thought at all. And, like, what does he do with his day? Like, what does a guy that works for a gambling network do when he doesn't fucking post a goddamn pick or a reason why somebody should pick something? What is he doing? He's posting...
Is Rovelle a gambling specialist? Is that what he does, or is that...
He works for the Action Network. He left ESPN to go work for a gambling network. Oh, and here's another thing. Here's another thing that this fucking genius posted because he's an asshole and he hates fucking sports. He posted that Virginia-Texas Tech ratings, third lowest championship game final in the last decade. Okay, let me tell you, it was 300 million more people than watched last year. And that had Villanova. It was...
Well, yeah, nobody gives a shit about Nova.
And then it was also within 500,000 people of two other ones. And then here's the thing. 10 years ago, people weren't fucking watching on their computers, Darren Rovelle. You're the fucking business insider. Why don't you add that fucking part into it? How many people watched online? Oh, wait, they don't have that fucking stat. So what you just said is actually meaningless. Why don't you tell me how much shit was in a baby's diaper? Because it's just as fucking relevant to the topic that you're talking about. Like, this guy is supposed to be a fucking professional, and he tweets the most unprofessional shit to shit on things for no other reason than he has nothing fucking good to say. Like, what is this guy's problem? Why does he have a job? Why do people fucking listen to him? What is he gonna fucking produce that's worthy of anything?
So I don't know, Rich. You should go for his job and go hard.
So
I'm going right now. Fuck this asshole.
The first thing we need when we get a graphics department is we need to get Rich like a flamethrower kind of graphic for when he is just literally torching motherfuckers, because he has gone from Coach K to Roy Williams to now Darren Rovelle with this full-on flamethrower that he is wielding over here.
You've been here. This Darren Rovelle stuff's been boiling over.
Oh, yes, but I mean, oof.
Fucking, he made Tom Brady quit Twitter. He made Tom Brady quit Twitter. He's so fucking bad at Twitter that Tom Brady said, I can't fucking do this shit anymore if Darren Rovelle is still on this platform. So the world doesn't get to see the vanilla pastings of Tom Brady, and we don't get to watch him slowly deteriorate into a crazy person because Darren Rovelle is too much of an ass to have Tom Brady on a platform.
And what do you mean Tom Brady's getting crazy? What's this about?
Listen, with his new personal trainer, his TB12 method, you know who starts that kind of crazy shit? Crazy people.
Crazy successful?
He's crazy successful in football. That does not mean that we need to eat avocados and not eat tomatoes and do whatever weird ass fucking. Is he gonna sell me some healing crystals? Is him and Gwyneth Paltrow gonna get together and do Toop, the new form of Goop, but with Tom Brady in it?
Now that's an infomercial I gotta see.
Is it gonna be TV Oop? Like, what are we fucking doing here, Tom? Tom's gonna sell me some crystals and some magic lotion. Does he have 3 beans he wants to sell me too, so I can climb the stalk and go see the giant?
Wow.
I mean, honestly, knowing where that story goes, you almost kind of have to take the beans.
He's right about that, you know.
Oh, you always take the beans. Give the cow for the beans.
Always.
You never know where you're going to end up at the end of that.
But you never know. It's a mystery box. It could even be a boat.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, I guess that does enough angry Darren Rovelle speaking. So, what about Dwayne Wade? We're looking at his last couple of games in the NBA. He just played his last game?
He played his last game in Miami.
Right as we're talking. Right. Okay.
Last game in Miami right now. I do urge everybody to go read what Dan Levitard wrote about him. And about the significance of Dwayne Wade, because it's stories like this that we actually need. We need to hear what these athletes mean to the communities, and the networks and everybody needs to do a better job of this, because, you know, for all the bashing that LeBron takes, you know, he does amazing things in the community.
Right.
And Dwayne Wade's done the same thing. Dirk, like, all these guys do such great things, and I know that they probably don't necessarily want this, but, you know, it brings me to the question that I wanted to ask, which is, it's kind of my big question that's I've just been mulling over nonstop, but it's, why do we watch sports? Like, I know why I watch wrestling. I think it's a fucking great story. I was telling you about this earlier. Like, there's something about the way that they book wrestling that mimics and mirrors our everyday life. They're just things that happen that you don't see coming. And the fans don't always get what they want. The bettors the favorites don't always win. And wrestling helps open your mind to that. Not to mention, it's just fucking entertaining. And I think that the fact that they have stories and they tell stories and they make people baby faces and they make people heels and they make you love somebody and they make you hate somebody. Like, for me, that's why I want to watch sports. Like, I watched UVA because of the story. I wanted UVA to win because of the story. So I guess, like, I don't know. Why do people watch sports?
You know, I loved playing sports as a kid, so that was a natural transition into loving watching them. And you form a kinship with your team, you know. I grew up on the 1986 New York Mets. I was 9 years old when they won that first World Series, and, you know, that's one of the highlights of my childhood, watching that squad pull together. So, you're always, I guess, chasing the dragon as far as that's concerned, because in baseball, obviously, my high was at 9 years old. And here we are, another April. The Mets are doing okay. And I'm like, ooh, here we go. Let's go, boys. 86.
There's also something to be said for simply the joy of athletic competition. Like, can I be physically better than you? And even if you're not the I in that equation, even if you're watching two people go at a boxing match, or if you're watching an amazing shortstop in baseball make a play in the hole and start a fucking double play, or whatever you happen to be watching, whatever your sport of choice, athletic excellence is in itself entertaining a lot of the time. Not all of the time, but a lot of the time.
I would contest that, on a whole, people watch sports for the fucking dumpster fires.
Yes, there are definitely some dumpster fires that are very enjoyable to watch, aka the Redskins, the Nets up until these last couple of years, the Mets.
The Cubs until 2 years ago.
Yeah, the Cubs, absolutely the Cubs up until a couple years ago.
I mean, my God, you're talking about a franchise that got mad at some dorky-looking kid that tried to catch a foul ball, as opposed to the professional shortstop who booted a routine fly ball the next play.
Well, first of all, that was a grown-ass man.
Yeah, or Moises Alou throwing a fucking
you leave Bartman
hissy
alone.
Yeah, well, Moises Alou throwing a hissy fit in the middle of a baseball game did not help the situation. Let's go ahead and put that out there. Alou made everything worse.
What do you expect from a guy that used to piss on his own hands to toughen him up because he didn't want to wear batting gloves?
Yeah.
Did you say he pissed on his own hands?
Yeah, him and Vlad Guerrero used to pee on their own hands to toughen them up because they didn't wear batting gloves.
How does peeing on your hands toughen them up?
Well, you'll have to ask Moises Alou.
Oh.
That's disgusting. But hey, whatever.
Since I'm not going to bump into Moises Alou anytime soon, I might just ask that of Google later.
Yeah, definitely not trying to shake hands with him or Vlad Guerrero now.
I wonder if he passed that trade on to Vlad Jr.
Ooh, I hope not.
I hope so. I hope so. And then I hope that Vlad Jr. takes on the Rangers' new home run celebration, and he grabs the other guy's wiener.
Yo, baseball's getting weird, dude.
Wait, can we talk about this for a minute? I don't understand why everybody's so upset.
People are, I'm not upset. I'm baffled.
No, people are genuinely upset. There's no place for this. People are losing their fucking minds because two guys gave each other a little dick tap.
Seriously? I saw the dick tap, and I've seen people, I've seen non-Ranger fans making fun of Ranger fans, which I feel like is completely appropriate. But then, I don't understand the outrage. I understand the but I don't understand why you're going to be upset.
Listen, there was no cupping involved, so it's just genuine fun. They didn't curl the fingers and cup everything. They just gave it a
little honk.
A little tip tap.
None of this?
No, it's
there
like this.
There was no handful.
If you cup the fingers, it's inappropriate. Flat fingers, okay. Cupped fingers, bad. You can't cup. When you pat an ass, or when you tap a dick.
Is that like the 3 thrust rule? Like once you hit that third thrust, it's automatically fucking taunting?
That's the Key and Peele thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2.
Yeah,
you're out of here.
Yeah. The dude's got the measuring tape out and shit. Yeah. Come on.
No cupping. That's the rule. There was no cupping. Listen, I've been in plenty of locker rooms. I went to an all-guys high school. What's the fucking big deal? What's the big deal with some guys getting funky on the field?
I can honestly say, as a football player, I have seen one player walk up to another one and backhand them in the junk. And
hey, listen,
cup check.
You both are hockey fans. Have you heard about the weird shit that goes on in hockey locker rooms?
Don't ever ask about the cookie in the locker room.
Yeah, don't,
And
you,
if
you
you're
don't
ever-
want to know. Just don't.
And don't be the last guy to show up to the locker room.
No. Don't be the last one in, and don't get anywhere near the cookie. It's a bad idea.
For the hockey locker rooms I know, it was always a tradition at the beginning of the year that there was one towel, and everybody did what they had to do on that towel, and that towel got hung above the door as a symbol of team unity.
I'm not familiar with this tradition, but somehow
It's
I can
similar-
see this happen.
That's slightly less gross than the cookie.
Slightly,
It's similar to the
slightly.
cookie or the Dorito, except nobody has to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
you
it's
just got to walk by it and look and be like, what up, crusty kids?
oh wow!
So again,
It's like a
I hope
kindergarten
that-
for the entire team.
I hope that every Major League Baseball player in unity, after they hit a home run, they show each other a little love.
Hell yeah.
A little craft services, so to say.
Yes,
Listen.
everybody should be involved with craft services.
Listen, this is
Yes.
not the Green Bay Packers locker room facilities, so settle down over there.
Yeah. This might just bring us into our next topic of discussion here because there's these Bleacher Report article about Mike McCarthy missing meetings to quote unquote receive a massage.
That was Brett Favre in an interview, or not Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers in an interview saying that he was upset with McCarthy missing offensive meetings because he was busy getting massages. I mean,
Look,
my God,
I mean,
the
we
dude
can
does
hope
not work
these
there
are-
anymore. What the hell is this pissing match going on all summer about?
Well, have you heard that Aaron Rodgers came out and defended everything? He
No.
came out and was like, "Why would I sign here, knowing that if I play well, he stays around?" And like he basically gave his best TO speech on the radio today.
Yeah, I
Like,
did hear a
instead
little
of-
clip of that. Like, but that's my basically. It's not that's my quarterback. That's my coach. That's my
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah, he was a whole octave higher.
Yeah,
He was.
Yeah.
Whew,
It
it was-
sounded kind of forced, to be completely honest. But he tried.
I just want you to know I've now added the Packers to I'm going to pound the under on their season win total because Aaron Rodgers has officially lost it.
Yeah, those the prima donnas really starting to peak out lately the last couple of years, huh?
Yeah. Is it Antonio Brown still up in Pittsburgh's drama, even though he is now most officially an Oakland Raider and not even living in the city of Pittsburgh anymore? And somehow he is still tweeting about and getting in Twitter fights with Pittsburgh Steelers?
Yeah, my favorite meme of the week was an Antonio Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster meme. Let's see if
Shit.
this is for the people. I don't know if we're going to be able to see this.
There's definitely a Pikachu there.
It's Juju Smith-Schuster. Antonio Brown is like my brother. I wish him the best of luck. Antonio, you suck. Juju. Oh. Best meme of the week.
Nice. That's a pretty decent meme. Yeah. Yes.
That's saying a lot for best meme of the week.
No, it's
been
great.
it's been a slow week.
I want to say one more thing why Aaron Rodgers will suck this year.
What do you got?
If you were to compare Olivia Munn to Danica Patrick, who's hotter?
Olivia Munn.
Yeah, Olivia Munn for sure.
I
And-
rest my case.
And it's not just the fact that she's kind of a nerd. I mean, she's just physically hotter. Nothing wrong with Danica Patrick. She's a solid 8.5. But Olivia Munn was, depending on your personal preferences, somewhere between a 9 and, let's say, a 9.75. Depending on how
Olivia
you
Munn
like
is-
your women. Because, I mean, it's pretty much splitting hairs, anything above a 9.
She was a 9 until I saw that picture of her and Aaron Rodgers. Then she went to a 9.75.
See, yeah, I saw a picture of her back in the day in a Wonder Woman costume that was, let's just say, tight.
Brady.
And it was
You weren't with us. You weren't with us on Sports on High when we talked about the Aaron Rodgers picture, were you? Mm-mm. Oh, okay. Yeah, we might have to Google that for you after the show.
all right, fair enough. We'll put a pin in that for later.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, we're all in
Olivia
agreement.
Munn will, whatever you rate Olivia Munn at, she will then go to a 10.69 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Because she gets the extra 0.69.
100%.
Yeah, she does.
100%. No, you don't even understand. You can nod all you want.
Oh, okay.
But-
okay, there's some picture of her that I haven't seen. It's
Yeah.
okay.
And when you said that's because she had something in her mouth.
I just want you to know, I'm going to... I want to relinquish the Jadakiss song that whenever Olivia Munn walks in a room, it should just come on and it should just be, the champ is here. Because she's a champ.
She is.
She loves tech. She loves nerdy stuff. She just is a down-to-earth chick. And she played a goddamn superhero.
Yep, that she did.
Carry it for a second.
I don't know how we got onto Olivia Munn, but God bless her and everything about her.
So didn't you say
So back
you
to
had
my
some
point
beef
about
on the
why we
Browns?
watch sports. Back to why we watch sports. I firmly believe we watch sports because of the stories. That's why ESPN has a whole goddamn. It's got like 3 brands dedicated E60, Outside the Lines. Like everything's about the story. I even actually heard a guy today on ESPN talk about the narrative and why Virginia won, which is what I have been preaching all along. It's about the story. What is the best story? Somehow sports always seems to give it to us, and that's what we want to watch. Look at the NFL expanded their touchdowns, ratings go up. Baseball players start acting a fool, and ratings go up.
Brady's
And
not
something-
listening.
No, because something on Brady just went up.
Not necessarily, but maybe later. Yes.
Brady, are you performing the easy Ed McCaffrey Mile High salute right now for us?
Not that I know of. I missed the joke on that one. That's okay.
That's all right.
That's all right. Yeah, he missed it, and yes, he was definitely distracted and happy for a moment.
Yeah, was
Did-
not
did Olivia-
expecting that.
Did Olivia Munn reach that 10.69 for you?
Sure.
Woo!
We'll give it to her. Yeah.
Oh, you'll give it to her? No, you don't give her anything. She earned it. Put some respect on it.
Yeah.
Just the way you need to give Connor a little fucking respect. It's either that or you need to chastise KP for being way worse than him. So go ahead. Either apologize to Conor McGregor or you tell Kristaps Porzingis he should never play in the NBA again because he's done way worse things.
Fuck Kristaps Porzingis. I know never really liked his game that much anyway.
Well, Brady, it was nice knowing you. We know that the Ukrainian or Yugoslavian mafia will now have a hit out on you.
Don't kill Brady. He's just very opinionated and sometimes, a little mouthier than he should be.
Meh.
But it happens.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I mean,
July, whatever that July card is for the UFC, Conor McGregor will be fighting on it.
You're probably right.
Yeah. All right, Rich. So let me ask you a question. You said you had a take on Cleveland. What's going on in Cleveland? Everybody's high on them right now, bro.
Well, as we all know, I think Cleveland's going to eat a big bag of donkey dicks this year.
Finally, you're going hard on the under, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, hard like Brady looking at Olivia Munn. Hard on the under.
For sure.
And finally, somebody has agreed with me, and Colin Cowherd fucking stepped up to the mic on Friday and asked the question, why does nobody think that this is going to be a complete and utter dumpster fire? So I say all that to ask you this question. Are the Philadelphia 76ers a championship team?
No.
Why not?
I just don't think they're there yet. I don't think the players have come along far enough. I think Simmons is still kind of raw. He has no shot. Embiid is good but brittle. Great but brittle. Jimmy Buckets is not going to be there after this year. He's a rental, and everybody knows it.
You don't think they could take through the East this year?
Honestly, they might I give them at least a 50% chance of making the Eastern Conference Finals. Beyond that, I don't know. Like they could very well make the Eastern Conference Finals and lose to either Boston or Toronto.
Yeah.
Well,
there's
they
a
won't get,
zero.
they'll get Boston earlier because they're at the same end of they'll play Boston early.
No, they get Toronto in the second round. There is a 0% chance that they make it out of the second round. 0% chance.
Yeah, if they've got Toronto in the second round, that's not a good matchup for them. Kawhi is going to make them look bad.
So I asked you
somebody
about,
just get hurt on Toronto like yesterday?
I don't think so.
Could have swore I saw something about an injured Toronto player. Keep going, Rich. I'm going to dig into this.
I asked you about the 76ers because I want to draw this parallel. Do you remember who used to be the 76ers GM?
The guy that got fired this summer.
No, the guy before.
The guy whose wife was
No, not Brian
tweeting out
Colangelo.
shit. Okay.
We're going to go back to Sam Hinkie, the original guy that said we're tanking, that this is the process, we're going to play money ball in basketball. We're going to suck for 4 years. We're going to draft amazing draft picks that are cheap, and we're going to build our roster that way. Right? We're going to get assets, and then we're going to go for it. That was Sam Hinkie. The process didn't move fast enough. Sam Hinkie got fired. Brian Colangelo came in, had all these draft picks, had all these assets, and a shitload of money. He fucking pays J.J. Redick $23 million. They fucking bring in Jimmy Butler. They do all this crazy ass shit. They spend all their capital, all their assets. What they have is who they are. And that is not even close to being a championship team. Now think about the Browns. They got Sashi Brown, who is the same exact nerd that Sam Hinkie is. They suck. He gets draft picks. He trades. He collects assets. They have $100-something million in cap room. Sashi gets fired. Bring in Dorsey. Dorsey spends all the money like a fucking crackhead or a meth head that's just trying to fill his pantry while he's got dollars in his pocket, and he burns through them all. And you're telling me that they're not the same team and they're not going to have the same fucking outcome? A little flash in the pan and then nothing? That's exactly what's going to happen. It's already happened before. We've watched it all play out. Anybody that thinks any different is a fucking moron.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that Baker Mayfield will not play 14 games this year. 0 chance.
Okay. Now, the other thing that Colin pointed out in this big discussion about how the Browns weren't going to be as good as everybody thinks they were, they're all pointing to Odell coming like he's the savior, but if you look at Odell, he's not happy to be in Cleveland. His body language is not great at these press conferences. He hasn't really met up with Baker. You know, Odell's not very happy to be in Cleveland.
Well, you could have fooled me by all the ESPN and NFL promos that they're throwing out there. They're just trying to fucking put lipstick on a pig.
Oh, yeah. Agreed. I think the under for Cleveland is a lock this year. There's no way they're suddenly going to be a playoff team contending for the Super Bowl. And they're still, what, 5th in odds for the Super Bowl right now?
Yeah, it's fucking absurd. I mean, and we talked about, you know, Freddie Wayne Kitchens last week, and, you know,
he would not babysit my kids.
Nope.
No, not in his clown outfit, not in his dad's clown outfit or any of it. Yeah. For those that are just tuning in, if you Google Freddie Kitchens and John Wayne Gacy, I'm pretty sure they're related.
There is definitely a striking family resemblance there. It was rather creepy last week when we had those two up against each other.
Yeah, you have to go back and check that out.
And what they brought in Greg Williams still there as the defensive coordinator?
Yes.
Bounty Gate's back, baby. Let's do it. Let's get this rolling.
Everybody deserves a second chance, Rich.
I mean, I know he was there last year, but shit, this is going to be fantastic. Like, just watch Cleveland burn. They are going to fucking riot. It's going to be magical.
Well, this is going to play a big part in your conspiracy theory about Cleveland, about whether or not that's a government conspiracy meant to fuck with the people of Cleveland.
Oh, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. Because you know what Cleveland's got right now that people don't talk about enough? They have a fantastic food scene. The food in Cleveland is really starting to become something special. And there's one reason why that is. Because you got to make them fat and happy to fucking kick them in the dick.
Wow.
Wow. That's interesting.
They are
Definitely a
literally,
theory.
proverbially, figuratively making the people of Cleveland fat and happy with great food so that they can fucking crush them with how shitty the Browns are going to be. Look at what happened to Look at what happened to the Cavs. They're fucking awful. The Indians aren't going to fucking win this year. Maybe they win their shitty division, but it'll be like the movie Major League. Maybe you see them in the first round, but you definitely don't see them after the second round. They don't even make that part of the movie.
He makes a valid point.
Yeah.
The Indians were kind of a flash in the pan, and they've already let go of several of the pieces that got them to that flash in the pan. So
And what were they before that for decades? Decades.
mediocre, 70 win, 80
Mediocre
win
and below.
at the best. Yeah,
I mean, there's a reason Major League was such a joke with them.
yeah.
You know, that's because in 1989 they had been a loser for a long time.
This is true.
And you know what? I'm not going to panic when the Browns start 4-1 this year.
Sure.
It's all part of the plan. They're going to look great at the start.
Yeah, you got
It's
to
all
hype.
going to be roses.
The more you hype them up, the bigger the letdown is.
Oh, it's going to be so magical.
Yeah, and if
So
they start
magical.
4-1, oh my God, the fucking city of Cleveland will explode at 4-1. Like there will be a giant splooge, like citywide, at fucking 4-1. And then welcome to fucking like, let's just say 1-10 over your next 11 games with a final record of 5-11.
Yeah, and I don't care what anybody says. I think Philadelphia is going to grind out that division again this year.
Oh, without a doubt. Carson Wentz is going to be in the MVP talk this year.
Okay, I like that.
Top three. Top three in MVP this year.
That'd be
You
nice.
wait and see.
Yeah, maybe I
Nick-
do need to draft a quarterback in the 4th round.
Nick Foles is going to be laughing his way all the way to the bank on his 4-11 Jacksonville Jaguar team.
Oh yeah. Nick Foles is just fucking living in a better climate and getting a better paycheck. That's what he did.
Well,
he upgraded his golf course. That's what he did.
And he's coming into camp as the starter. Everybody knows
true.
he's the starter this year.
That's true. There's no more playing the backup.
Right.
He is the man. And he's got a much nicer, warmer golf course that he can play damn near year round.
Do you think Nick Foles ever wears underwear anymore, or he just lets it flop around in sweatpants all the time?
I wouldn't.
Yeah. I would be free balling if I were Nick Foles. Because, I mean, that dude's balls have got to be swinging at this point. I mean,
Nothing but
shiny
like
brass.
satin shorts all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you can see the outline of the tip.
Satin shorts because it feels good. That's why he wears satin shorts.
All right, there we are, way off the fucking rails.
Yep.
Do you
Completely
think
off the
Nick
rails.
Foles underwear.
Yep.
Do you think Nick Foles wants to be on the Texas Rangers?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Just so he can celebrate those home runs with everybody?
Oh, there you go. There you go. A little tickle the tip for Nick Foles.
Do you think he's walking around the locker room trying to be like, guys, we need this. This
Man.
is the new touchdown celebration.
All I know is the way they talk about him in Philadelphia, he'll be rounding third, and everybody in the dugout can reach out and hit him on the way home.
Yeah.
Do you think his center after every touchdown is going to be like, all right, now you bend over, and I'm going to put my hands underneath you to celebrate?
If they did, it would be hilarious.
And then
my.
Do you think when they play the Patriots that Kraft is going to be screaming from the owner's box that that's what he got in trouble for and they need to throw a flag on the play?
No,
Oh, too soon?
No, too soon.
Oh, all right. That's a bridge too far. I got it.
Well, not too far, just too soon. Wait till next week.
All right. So while we're still here talking about baseball, let's talk about this brawl.
Oh,
And Yasiel Puig getting
Puig
2
versus
days,
the Pirates.
and Archer getting 5 games.
Isn't Archer a pitcher though?
Okay, so does that mean it's really like a 1-game suspension?
2 starts.
2 starts?
Okay. Well, depending on the team, he might be an every 3rd day starter or an every 4th day starter. So
Well,
it might be
it
only
should be
one
a
start.
5-man rotation. So if it's a
Yeah.
5-day, they probably are just trying to make sure he misses
Yeah.
1 start, I'd assume.
Yeah. Yeah, if
Okay.
it's a 5-day suspension, it's at least 1, maybe 1.5 starts. You know.
I
not
think
really.
you guys. I think you guys are missing the bigger picture here.
What's the bigger picture here?
The actual, like, you read this whole story, and then what nobody printed it at the bottom, which it should have read at the bottom, and this is why the Dodgers will not win the National League.
Why is that?
What are you
No.
talking about?
No Puig.
The fucking
They got
Puig
no
is
fire.
he's gonna play the Dodgers this year, and he's gonna fight half the team, and he's probably gonna fucking kick half their asses, and then they're not gonna have anybody left because they're all gonna be injured. Because Puig's gonna fucking fight the entire Los Angeles Dodgers organization.
1 at a time, man.
No, I don't even think he'd do it 1 at a time. I think it would be just like
No.
again with the Pirates. It would be like the entire team is on the field against Puig, and he's just throwing haymakers and fucking shoving motherfuckers and shouting shit in Spanish that nobody understands. And I mean,
Have you've seen a battle royale in the WWE? 30 guys in the ring to start, and then they just start beating the fuck out of each other. Puig's just gonna fucking start the game. They're gonna be singing the national anthem. The jets are gonna fly overhead, and
And he's
Puig's
just
gonna
gonna run
fucking
over
just
and punch
take
somebody.
off after him.
Yep. He's going to run right across the diamond to the team standing down the other stripe, and he's just going to slug someone.
I mean, he's gonna go right after Don Mattingly's mustache if Don Mattingly's still there. I don't think he is. He's not there.
I don't think he is.
I don't know. I don't know who their new coach is. But there's gonna be a fight with Puig and the Dodgers. Guys from the Dodgers are gonna get injured. He's gonna fucking break Clayton Kershaw's orbital bone and be like, "You suck in the playoffs every fucking year."
Possibly. That would be hilarious.
It's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. Fucking Puig's gonna ruin the Dodgers season by beating up half the Dodgers.
That would be
How do we not-
fantastic TV.
How do we not see this coming?
Well, I think it really would have happened last night on WrestleMania, or 2 nights ago on WrestleMania, if that was going to happen.
Yeah.
No.
For sure.
Could you imagine if Puig makes an all-star team and then just fucking beats him up in the locker room before the game?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Puig's in the club, man. Put him in my TO club. I'm ready.
You love the guy.
Oh, it's fantastic. I will now look at, like, when Puig comes to play the Cubs, I'm going to the fucking game.
Okay.
I
right.
cannot wait. I cannot wait to watch the Cubs beat up on the lowly Reds. It's going to be fantastic. And I just want everybody to know right now, put your money on the Cubs at 12-1 to win the National League. It's locked in.
This isn't homerism coming from someone wearing a Chicago Cubs hat right now?
No, because they suck right now.
Okay.
They're like 2 games better than the Reds. They're already like 4 or 5 games out of first place. But I'm telling you right now, they're going to get the pitching they need, and it's all going to be a wrap. They have the best bats. They have the best lineup in the National League. Hands down. Monster fucking year.
Now, I don't know if you know this, our shadiest of Brady's over here is a really big Cubs fan. So he's making sounds of pleasure while you're talking about this.
I am doing my best not to get the hopes up because everything I've seen about the Cubs does not lead me to believe this is going to be a good year, but you seem to have an abundance of faith in them. So I am just trying to keep a level head this year.
I live a mile away from the stadium. It's a 15-minute walk or a 6-minute bus ride right down on the old 22. Right there. Drop you right off in front of the stadium. Everything's brand new down there. It is fucking glorious. And, if you don't know what Tom Ricketts or any of the Ricketts who own the Cubs look like, I have been able to, let's say, possibly pass myself off as a relative of the Ricketts when it suited me.
We shouldn't ask any questions about that while we're recording.
No, that definitely qualifies under snitching, so we're not gonna go any further down that street.
Google Tom Ricketts. Go ahead, Google the Cubs owner. All right. You'd be like, oh, that's your dad.
How do you spell his last name? Ricketts?
R-I-C.
All right, got it.
Right there.
Images. Oh, wow.
Wow, that is generic as fuck. That's almost like Ted Cruz level of like creepy generic.
That's my dad.
That could be your dad.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. But we walk right up to the owner's suite. We can do things. We can make them happen.
Wow.
I carry a picture of him and I go, look at me, look at him, look at me, look at him, look at me, look at him. Let me in.
Do you have to do a little research, figure out when he's out of town?
Nah. Just tell him I'm his nephew. It's a huge fucking family. You think the Vanderbilts know all the Vanderbilts? Get the fuck out of here.
Do all the Ricketts know all the little Ricketts?
I would assume not. I mean, how many little Ricketts are we talking about? How rickety is this situation?
I mean, if I told him I was cousin Jed, who's to say I'm not?
Wow.
Fantastic.
No doubt.
All right.
I'm just saying, come on down to Wrigley. It's a great time. They still have troughs in the bathroom. If you really want to get crazy, you can still slide down the trough.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Have you ever seen that video?
No, I don't want to see that video. That's foul.
Wait,
yeah, it's a real thing.
John, you've seen it, right? The kids slide down the trough at Wrigley?
Oh.
Yes. I've absolutely seen it.
It's amazing.
So wrong.
I'm just saying, it's the happiest place on earth. There's nothing better to do on a beautiful day. They won the home opener. They're going to win tomorrow. It's going to be fantastic.
All right. Well, on the subject of a beautiful place to be on a spring day, the Masters is coming up this week. We got the par 3 is I want to say tomorrow is the par 3.
It is on Wednesday every time.
Yep.
I'm excited.
I like watching the par 3. It's a very once again the story of sports again kind of shines through with like most of the players like bringing their kids out with them or their dad or somebody that's not really their caddy on the bag for them that day. There's always some really nice moments at the par 3.
All right, and what nice moment are you looking forward to the most at the Masters, Rich?
I mean, come on. Is there any better moment than Tiger in red in the final group on a Sunday with a chance to win, walking up 18?
Yeah.
And some girl shouts
Sunday
out,
afternoon, Tiger, sign my titties.
I just want to hear some girl say, Tiger, beat the pussy up, beat the pussy up, beat the pussy up. Like, that's what I want. I want rappers to show up. I want it to get real. Like, Can we have some fun?
So
like,
you're literally looking
Masters,
for Tiger
no.
Gilmore here.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, that's just not going to happen at the Masters. That might happen at the U.S. Open, but that's not going to happen at the Masters. If some woman were to shout that at Tiger at the Masters, she would be immediately escorted out by like 4 very starched white men in suits.
I'm telling you right now, I will guarantee this. If Tiger is in one of the final 2 or 3 pairings on Sunday, and he is either in the lead, tied for the lead, or 1 shot off, shit will get weird at the Masters that has never, ever happened before in the entire history of the Masters. It is gonna get fucking buck wild, and people are gonna break tradition, and they are gonna lose their fucking shit. It is gonna get fucking awesome. That is the story that my heart wants.
Well, I mean, Tiger is officially now past Gary Player for the longest time in between Masters wins if he were to win it this year.
Here's the problem with Tiger. It's Tiger's caddy. I looked into this. I wanted to know what does the caddy actually have to do with it? And you start to find out that it's the same couple. It's like these same caddies just fucking are great. Like, they're just everywhere. And that makes the difference. And since this new caddy, Tiger's been as inconsistent as he's ever been.
So what does he got to do to get back to his old caddies? Or a caddy that he was playing good with, I guess.
I just think he needs a different caddy because he's not going back to Duff. That was the guy with the mustache.
Yeah, like a walrus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fired him because he actually told everybody how much Tiger paid him, which was a lot. It was more than any other caddy.
Sure.
Tiger was fucking taking care of him. And then he can't go back to the other guy because the other guy
who was
had
it,
all the phones
Harmon or something.
No, he's on Adam Scott's bag now, and he was the guy that, like, you know, he ran. That was Tiger's pimp. Like, he was involved with all that shit, and he knew all the secrets.
Okay.
So for, you know, appearances and all that shit, and not doing, he can't go back to him. He just can't. So he's got to find the right guy because I don't think that this guy is in touch with Tiger. I don't think that he's taken Tiger to the shenanigans and getting him a little something extra. He's not doing it.
He's trying to keep Tiger on the straight and narrow, which is curving his game.
Yeah, well, he's just not you know, he's not taking him. He's not having him hang out with James Harden. He's keeping him away from James Harden. You know, he's just not letting Tiger be Tiger.
Sometimes you got to, fucking lubricate the points and, you know, change the spark plugs. You know, you gotta do your proper maintenance. And if the caddy's not doing the proper maintenance, then, the machine's not going to be doing what it needs to be doing.
I'm just saying, Tiger needs somebody that's going to be a little better psychologist for him, and this guy isn't it. But if Tiger can overcome that, that's the story that I want. I don't think it's going to be the story. I think you're going to see something. I think the trend is going to continue of first-time Master winners. And if you want to learn how to bet on the Masters, this is what you need to do. You can bet on guys that finish in the top 20. So when it comes to the Masters, you look at the guys that are like the top 6 or 7 in greens and regulation. You bet on all those guys to finish in the top 20. You'll make money. Because nobody in like the last 5 years has won the Masters and been outside the top 6 in greens and regulation.
Okay. That was as forward and easy as possible.
And it's a really logical stat, too.
If you want to bet on somebody that can potentially make you some money, not put a ton of cash down, have a rooting interest, Patrick Cantlay.
Okay.
He is 70-1.
So $100 wins you $7,000.
That is correct.
So what would be, who has the best odds?
The best odds is Rory McIlroy, but golf odds suck.
Yeah, what are Rory's?
He's 8-1.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Tiger's 14 to 16-1.
Yeah, and I think that's probably artificially high because people just are always betting on Tiger.
And in like the last 8 years, only 2 guys that have won it have had odds better than 20-1. Everybody else is 20, 30, 40-1. There was even one guy that won was 100-1.
right. Well, there you go. Greens in regulation. Make some money this week.
Damn right.
And fucking root for Tiger.
Oh, we're down for Tiger here.
Yeah. It's
'Cause
it's Tiger time.
If Tiger's in contention on Sunday, I'm not wearing pants all day. I will be sitting there Daffy Ducking it on my couch cheering for Tiger.
This motherfucker said Daffy Ducking it. Way to be. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know if we could find a better.
I don't know. That may
there.
have been perfect right
I think
there.
that
So
might be
let me ask you, Brady, what did you learn today?
I learned that for all the money the Baltimore Orioles are paying Chris Davis, I believe $160 guaranteed $1 million over the next however goddamn many years, he hasn't had a successful at bat since August of last year. 0 for 49.
Wow.
And somehow still has a job. God bless baseball.
He had to have finished the year injured or something last year, right? You can't go all of September without a hit.
I don't know, but
No, it was only like the last couple weeks. There's only 23 at bats. He finished the year over. It's like a week and a half.
And then he's 0 for something pretty big this year.
Well, another 26 on top of that 23 to make 49 where he's at.
Wow.
So,
Well, he's got Jose Canseco offering to help, so that should work out well.
Yeah. What was it Jose was trying to tell him? Didn't we see something about that in the pregame meeting here?
Just Jose was going to offer some help.
Yeah.
I think there was a South Park episode about this. They made that song. It was what in the butt. I said what in the butt.
Wow. It just happens to be a syringe in the butt.
Yeah. That's how he's going to fix it.
Yeah.
Chris Davis from the Baltimore Orioles, let me help you with your swing and get back to the 50 home run play I told you were at. You also need to... God, I told you where at. Also need to help you with the psychology of the game, the psychology of a power hitter. Well, thank you, Jose, for getting it out in almost English.
Almost English.
Almost English. All right, Rich, what'd you learn today?
I learned two things today.
Okay.
I learned that ESPN is still an atrocious, shameless network because I don't understand why they keep tweeting about all these guys getting signed from the AAF to the NFL and like it's some big fucking thing. Like there's guys that literally played in the NFL last year, then played in the AAF, and then got re-signed to the NFL. And they're like, look at all the great the AAF did. Imagine that. Something that Dick Ebersol and Bill Polian, the old ESPN fucking commentator, put together. And ESPN's over there fucking stroking them off like they're an Asian lady and the AAF is Bob Kraft. Like, it's just unbelievable how much they're just blowing smoke up the ass of these guys when they literally fucked over so many people, and yet they're still pumping the AAF up like it did some sort of fucking good. Like, are they going to talk about the XFL like this? Are they going to give Vince McMahon a little reach around handy? They're going to give him the no. They're just going to give him the fucking McMahon, stranger.
Yeah, Vince McMahon never did anything for ESPN other than that one great Bob Costas interview.
No, you know what fucking Vince McMahon did for ESPN? He fucking changed the way the NFL fucking looked at their games, put them on TV, and fucking started doing all that shit. Oh, Vince McMahon is only fucking responsible for the way that we watch the NFL today. Yeah, but he didn't do anything for him.
The Spider Cam was definitely an XFL thing. That was something that was not in the NFL before Vince McMahon.
He revolutionized how we watch it. But ESPN's got their head so far up fucking stupid people's asses. They got Phil Yates tweeting about it. They got fucking all sorts of people. They talk, it fucking runs on the ticker at the bottom of the screen. Like, it's fucking unbelievable. Like, they literally made a big deal out of the Chiefs signing somebody who was on their team last year. So the guy didn't have a contract. So while not under contract, he went and played for the AAF. And then when the AAF ended, the Chiefs re-signed him. And they were like, first player signed from the AAF. Like, this guy never fucking played in the NFL before. The guy was on the fucking Chiefs. Last year, they re-signed him. That's what they did. They re-signed their own player. They didn't sign some fucking guy who was working at FedEx who decided to give football a try, and the AAF gave him a chance, and now he's in the NFL. But that's the story they're trying to sell to the people, and it's total and utter bullshit. Which brings me to my other point. That please watch wrestling. It will fucking hold all the secrets to what's going to happen in sports if you just give it a goddamn chance.
I tried the other day. I tried to watch a tag match, and it had such a stereotypical ending that I saw coming like 5 minutes ahead of time. I mean, like when they started lifting up the ring skirt, it was just like, oh, dude, really? We're going to play this card? Come on, guys. And it ended in the countout.
You know,
Because the guy hiding underneath the ring after they lifted up the ring skirt caught the leg of the good guy team that was trying to get back into the ring to disrupt the countout as the bad guy team leapt into the ring moments ahead of him to claim the victory.
Yeah, but Brady,
And,
here's what's great.
God, I have seen that so many times.
Brady, here's what's great about it, though. If you're a fan and you make enough fucking noise, they will change the fucking script. They will change what's going to happen. If you get mad at your sports team, they don't fucking listen to you.
That's true.
The WWE listens to their fans. They literally, all of WrestleMania 35, they said, we're sorry, we've been fucking with you too much. Here's an entire pay-per-view for you. Like, Kofi Kingston was never supposed to be in that match. And 2 months ago, he had a great match, and the fans refused to let them not keep giving him opportunities. And fans willed Kofi into that match and into becoming a champion. And you know what's even more significant about that? Because they have been getting so much heat. There are literally African-American wrestlers that were fucking crying because there was no African-American champions of any significance with one of the two main titles. And now there is. Yeah. And it was that big a deal that
I don't think they've had an African American champion since like Booker T.
No,
to go that far back on it. I think Booker T may have been their last non-white champion.
And Booker T may have been calling that match. Was Booker T calling that match?
No, he called the Samoa Joe match.
Okay.
I think. He called one of those like quick schmozzy matches.
Yeah, okay, because he said something about getting paid by the hour.
I'm just saying, like, wrestling listens to their fans. Like, you may not always like what they do, but that's also part of learning about sports is your teams don't always end up doing what you think they're going to do. They go right when you think they're supposed to be going left. But in wrestling, as a fan, you have a voice. When you watch the Cubs, Theo doesn't fucking listen to me. Theo signed Yu Darvish last year instead of re-signing Jake Arrieta. And we fucking love Jake from State Farm here.
Yeah.
It's bullshit, but I don't get a voice. But if fucking Vince wants to do something stupid, we get to yell at him. So give wrestling a chance. Watch more than one schmozzy 3-minute match and fucking get into it.
I have a confession for you, Brady.
Yeah.
I watched WrestleMania.
Cool. Were you entertained?
I tried to get the kids into it, and I think WrestleMania may have been the wrong thing to introduce them to because the matches were really long. They were epic.
Yeah.
But
so
they
the
so
kids
really
can't
long.
Concentrate
So
on
yeah,
them.
the kids were getting distracted by the end of it. So I think that she loved watching. My daughter Mary Jane loved watching the girls wrestle.
Yeah.
You know, she loved all the colorful hair and jumping and all the
all the
craziness that was going on.
shit.
Right. Yeah. But they were just a little too long for her. So I'll probably let her watch Raw a couple times and that stuff to see if she really likes it. And
Yeah.
Go from there.
Commercial breaks can help. Give her a second, pop up, chase her brother around, whatever.
Exactly.
Have them watch NXT. It's an hour long. Tells the best stories. They have the best matches. Brady, if you want to give wrestling a real chance, you watch NXT TakeOver from Friday. And if you watch there's only 5 matches on it. If you watch the first match and the last match, and then you come up to me and you go, I'm not entertained, okay. Then I'll say you gave it a fair chance. You watch those matches, and you're not entertained, it's fine. It's not for you.
Yeah, isn't
But
that
you will
their minor league division? Basically, it's like them bringing people up to Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, but the only difference is Vince doesn't do anything with it. It's all Triple H and all his fucking like Road Dogg.
Oh.
It's all those guys run it, and they do such a fucking amazing job.
I've heard it's actually becoming more popular than the WWE.
It's pretty fucking popular. Like merch wise, they sell a lot, and it's a fucking blast.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Well, good for Triple H. Always
Yeah.
enjoyed Triple H, the wrestler.
I mean, he just fucking beat the fuck out of Dave Bautista.
All right.
Wow.
And sticking with the WWE, I want to share what I learned.
All right.
It is a very, very bad idea to attack a WWE Hall of Famer during his induction speech because they are going to beat the fuck out of you on the way out of the ring, bro.
Woo!
Did you
Did
see
you
this
see that video?
Okay, so Bret Hart, was it Bret Hart?
Yep.
Bret
Yeah.
Hart
Bret
was
did.
accepting his nomination into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And standing next to his niece, Natalia.
Yeah.
Some fucking idiot jumps in the ring, grabs Bret Hart and like fucking suplexes him or DDTs. I don't know. He fucking throws him down. And somehow he'd grabbed Natalia too, and she went down in the scrum. Bro, about 8 professional wrestlers commenced to beating the ever-loving shit out of the guy.
Hold on. It was 8 professional wrestlers and 1 professional UFC fighter. Because
Really?
Rhonda's husband, Travis Brown, was right there.
Nice. Oh, yeah. So,
So yeah, he literally, like, I think he was trying to crawl his way out, and they were holding him in the ring so that they could keep beating him because he was in the ring.
yeah.
And not in that fake wrestling punching
Oh
kind
no,
of
no,
way.
no, no,
Like,
no, 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 like haymakers. I'll share the video with you
Okay.
in a little bit.
Okay.
But,
Like,
Yeah, this
Travis
sounds
Brown
awesome.
lit that dude up
yeah.
Good.
like a fucking Christmas tree.
Good.
So
That dude deserves the same treatment that the jackass at the Tyson fight with the fucking parachute and the fucking giant fan thingy on his back got. He deserves the
Oh,
exact
stop
same
it.
fucking treatment.
That guy didn't deserve that. He
Good.
wasn't trying to hurt anybody. This guy was
Well, yeah.
Looney Tunes and actually tried to hurt somebody.
Yeah, he tried to get in a wrestling match with Bret Hart
right,
and got his ass beat for his trouble.
not a good idea.
No.
So that's
No.
what I learned today.
Oof.
And on that
All right.
note, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We try to cut down a little bit of the nonsense and try to focus it in a little more. I see we cut almost a half hour off our average.
Nice.
Yeah, that was
Doing
solid
good.
effort.
Yeah,
Solid, and I feel like we
speedy.
hit a lot of content.
No, we did. We see it. We got pretty much everything we wanted to get to.
Good job.
All
It's
right.
the second greatest sporting week of the year.
Between the Masters and what else?
The start of the playoffs.
NHL
and the
playoff
NBA.
start.
Yeah.
NBA playoffs start. Lomachenko's fighting on this weekend. You
Oh,
got
yeah, that's right.
Max Holloway fighting this weekend, and you got the Masters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a damn good weekend.
and
And
I
you just came up with WrestleMania on Sunday, so Sunday to Sunday. Look at that shit.
fantastic. And I just want to send a personal shout out and thank you to Thug Rose Namajunas and her partner Pat Barry for coming out to an autograph signing we had in Denver. It was phenomenal. We had a great time. Thank you all very much. It was awesome. Hope to have you back, and good luck out in Brazil in 237. If you guys want to reach out to us, do so at sportsonhigh@gmail.com. Brady, is Devin Carrant up and running on Twitter yet?
No, he is not. Devin Carrant is probably not getting off the ground.
Okay.
Why is that?
Can we go with Devin _ Carrant or like Carrant dash Devin?
We'll try. We'll find a way, but
Okay.
it's definitely on the
Can we-
back burner behind getting our actual show Twitter account going.
Well, that should be our official show Twitter.
Can we do-
Oh, okay. I see. There we go.
Can we do Devin Carrant of the New York Knicks?
Devin Carrant, NYK.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
That's the money shot right there.
Devin Carrant, NYK. Here we come at Twitter, folks. Hopefully. You better get that, Brady.
Sure.
Get on it right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
All right, so thank you all very much again, and we will see you next week with some more nonsense.
You see, what happened was
I'm out.
The champ is here.